Hello, students. In today's lecture, I'll analyze Go and Catch a Falling Star by John Donne. The poem was published in Songs and Sonnets, and it's divided into three stanzas. So, the poem is also entitled Song, which denotes that the poem was intended to be sung. Its tone is satirical and humorous, and John Donne claims that it is impossible to find a true and fair woman. So, if she is pretty, then she won't be faithful to her lover, and if she is faithful, then she might be ugly. So, throughout the poem, Donne talks about women's inconstancy, about their unfaithful nature, and he even doubts their loyalty. So, I don't know the exact reason, but probably the poem was written in his early days, and young John Donne might have been, I think, rejected in love, and the result was go and catch a falling star. But of course, a true and beautiful woman is not a wonder, and she could be found anywhere. So, to start the poem, this is the first stanza. Go and catch a falling star. Get with child a mandrake root. Tell me where all past years are, or who cleft the devil's foot. Teach me to hear mermaids singing, or to keep off envy's stinging, and find what wind serves to advance an honest mind. So, this is the first stanza, and John Donne mentions a list of seven impossible tasks. So, the first task is to catch a falling star. Go and catch a falling star. To catch a falling star or a meteor. So, he presents the task as if they could be accomplished, but finding a true and fair woman is not possible at all. And in the second line, he tells the reader to get a child with the mandrake root or to impregnate a mandrake root. In the picture, you can see this is the picture of a mandrake root and it's in the shape of a human. So, in mythologies, it was believed that mandrake root has human shape and it screams whenever it is pulled out. So, if you have seen Harry Potter series, then you might remember a root in shape of a human, and it screams like hell when it's pulled upward by Harry and his friends. And it was also believed that the root was used in witchcraft. So the idea is, despite having human qualities, having human attributes, you cannot beget a child, you cannot impregnate a mandrake root. This is again impossible task. In the third line, he asks his reader if anyone could tell exactly about the past years. Tell me where all past years are. No one could tell this. No one could tell about the history. No one could tell about the nature and function of time. About the about time and its function, no one could tell. Again, impossibility, because no one is aware of its history and about lost time. Or who cleft the devil's foot. In the next line, he talks about identifying one who cleft the devil's foot. So, in folklores and fables, a devil is always portrayed as having divided foot. So, but who clove them, no one can tell. So, it's another impossibility. In the fifth line, he asks his reader to listen to the music of mermaids. Mermaids are, of course, imaginary characters that has body of a woman and tail of a fish. So, mermaid, being mythical character, could not be seen anywhere. So, the possibility to hear a mermaid singing is yet another impossible task. Now, the next line, in the sixth one, sixth task is to find out how to remove envy from human nature. So, envy, jealousy, they are part of human nature. And even Satan in Paradise Lost, he was also envious and he was also jealous for power. So, a human can't keep himself apart from the envious feeling. So it will appear in his nature one day or the other. So you can't find a person who is never jealous of others. So the meaning of sixth line is that we can't be separated or we can't keep ourselves apart from this feeling. In the last line, the seventh task, the seventh impossible task, and the last one is to find the reason behind sincerity and honesty of a noble man. Now he wants to know why some people are honest while others deceitful. Again, no one could tell this reason. And if someone is honest, what drives him to be noble and sincere? So, according to John Donne, all the above mentioned tasks are impossible. However, he says that there is still a chance, still a possibility of these tasks, but true and attractive woman lives nowhere. This is the second stanza. If thou beest born to strange sights, things invisible to see, ride 10,000 days and nights, till age snow white hairs on thee. Thou, when thou returnest, wilt tell me all strange wonders that befell thee, and swear nowhere lives a woman true and fair. So, in the next stanza, Donne says that if a person has superhuman qualities and if he can see strange things, then Donne suggests that this person should travel for 10,000 days and nights, that is, for almost 27 years, for 100 miles. He has used the literary device hyperbole, okay? So, it's not possible to ride for the 10,000 days and nights. So he says that he must travel for this long, for this much time, till his hair is turned white. So when the man will return, he will definitely talk about all the strange sights and wonder that he saw on the way. But even then, he will fail to find a loyal and beautiful woman. So, in this stanza, he exactly elaborates further that you can find loyalty in an ugly woman, but not in beautiful women. So, in this stanza, Donne tells that even if a person will travel for the whole lifetime, that is for 27 years or so, even then he would fail to find such a woman. सो ही सेज कि अगर पूरी ज़िंदगी भी ट्रैवल क्यों ना कर लें तो भी आप दूसरी चीज़ें ज़रूर बताएंगे जो भी आपको इतने साल में आपने जो ट्रैवल किया है आपने इतनी जो चीज़ें देखी हैं अपने सफ़र में अपने रास्ते में जो स्ट्रेंज थी जो कि वंडर थी आप उन सब चीज़ों को आकर बताओगे लेकिन तब भी इतने टाइम ट्रैवल करने के बाद भी इतना ढूंढने के बाद भी आपको एक ऐसी औरत नहीं मिलेगी जो कि लॉयल भी हो और सुंदर भी हो. Now this is the third stanza. If thou find'st one, let me know. Such a pilgrimage were sweet. Yet do not, I would not go, though at next door we might meet, though she were true when you met her. And last, till you write your letter, yet she will be false before I come to two or three. So, in the third stanza, Donne probes further in this matter and he imagines that if by chance you come across by such a woman, then he urges that person to tell him also. Okay, he says कि अगर तुम्हें ऐसी मिल जाती है कोई औरत तो मुझे ज़रूर बताना. So to visit such a woman would be equivalent to a pilgrimage. But in the next line, he denies to go and find her. He states that going on such a journey would be futile, cause the woman might be faithful at one point of time, but she can't remain faithful forever. Eventually, she will turn false. So Dunn says that by the time you write a letter to her, she will be unkind and unfaithful to you and would have taken to other lovers. So there is always possibility of a woman's short-lived fidelity. Okay, so in the third stanza में डन कहता है अगर तुम्हें कोई भी ऐसी औरत मिले तो मुझे ज़रूर बताना। ऐसी औरत को देखने के लिए एक तरह से उसकी जर्नी उसके तरफ जाने के लिए एक तरह से जॉन डन ने कहा एक पिलग्रिमेज की तरह होगा उसे देखने के लिए जाना। बट स्टिल नेक्स्ट लाइन में जॉन डन कहते हैं कि मैं फिर भी ऐसी जर्नी में नहीं जाऊंगा, क्योंकि अगर वो लॉयल है तो कुछ टाइम के लिए ही लॉयल रहेगी। जब तक तुम उसे लेटर लिखोगे तब तक वो अनफेथफुल हो जाएगी। So, throughout the poem, Donne maintains the notion of infidelity in a woman. I hope it's clear to you. That's all for today.